Hey everybody, Anthony Dodge, Model Train Outsider, the Märklin Outsider, here with a mail call video. Just a quick video. I will do a more detailed video of these things as part of bringing back the Model Train Outsider, which I'll post next week. I'll go more through it. But I thought I would share some things I got on via the post the last couple of days. It's been a good week for me. I've got 2 new locomotives, a fancy new machine, and I got a building that is going to finally become, with a lot of alteration, it's going to become a key component of my Delmenhorst side. So I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know when I'll get around to doing it because I always have so many projects I need to be doing and not. But yeah, what did I get? Well, I'll show you some pictures real quick in a second, but I got a Pico, the German Pico, P-I-K-O, class 181.2 freight locomotive, heavy freighter, so these guys pull heavy loads. I don't have heavy loads, but I've got one just in case I did. And then I've got the Czech class 371 passenger locomotive for the Czech part of the Eurocity operations between Berlin and Prague. Also Prague and elsewhere, but Joyce and I rode it in 2017 between Prague and Berlin, and I've been looking for this locomotive for about 4 years, and out of the blue Acme released it. So just a quick look at some of the things I have gotten in the mail, because I so rarely do get new things, but here, let's take a look at it. Alright, a little bit of a mail call here for the Model Train Outsider, and if you hear any buzzing sound, it's the old refrigerator here. I'm down at the bar by my layout. The first thing that came in today was this. This is an old Tyco church building, and this, with a little or a lot of modification, is going to become my Delmenhorst City Church. I'm going to have to add some bits to it, but it is already mostly together. The tower is going to need put back in, but that's okay because there's the tower piece. But I'm going to redo this tower anyhow because the Delmenhorst City Tower is much bigger. So I was going to remove this anyhow. So this will work. And then I have to add a little bit to the back here, a little rounded area to the back. But otherwise, a little bit of paint, and it should pass as the Delmenhorst City Church. So I finally found something I felt I could use. Like I said, this tower will come off. So that's the first thing. Got that used on eBay. And then, let's do what you see back here, what you can see back here. This is from the German company Lux, or Lux. L-U-X, if you spell it in English. This is a track cleaning machine. Not track cleaning, I'm sorry, a wheel cleaning. You run your trains on this, and it can work in 2-rail or 3-rail. You can see they've got a 3rd rail, so you just have to wire it the right way with these plugs here. I still have to buy the power source for it, which they didn't have in stock. But then the train will run through here, and these little pads vibrate back and forth and clean the wheels on your locos and passenger cars. So this is quite a deluxe thing. This is the same company that makes my powered cleaning cars that some of you may have seen on my layout at times. So I picked that up, and this came in today along with the AC power adapter so that you can run it 3-rail instead of 2-rail. So I'll just set that back here. And then the big deals are, obviously, anybody model train guy, you're going to like this. So which one first? Let's go with this one. This one just came in today. This is by a company called Acme, and I have heard good things about Acme. I've never looked at buying anything from Acme because usually they do things that aren't in my realm of model trains, and I apologize, I got a glare there. But so this is Acme, but this came out last week, and I've got it already. That's the wonder of ordering from my shop in Germany. This literally was in the shop last week Thursday, and here it is Wednesday, and it's mine. So I'm just going to open it up here. The one thing I will say, this is all the instruction booklet you get with it. Not the most detailed instruction book I've ever seen with a model train. My Märklins come with actual booklets. But, so you can kind of see it wrapped here. And this is my Czech Class 371 locomotive. I'll take it out in a minute. But I'll let you see it in the box here for a second. This pulls the Eurocity trains that run between Berlin in Germany and Prague in the Czech Republic. There are two locomotives that do it. There's the German BR-101 and the Czech Class 371. When Joyce and I went from Dresden to Prague back in 2017, our train, both there and back, was pulled by the Class 370, so 371, and so I've always wanted it. So I'll take this out, and we'll do it nice and easy. So I will hold this up here. You guys can hopefully get a good view of that. It's not on track. I can't put this on the track. This is a two-rail, a DC as we call it, but two-rail. But let you look at that. Look at that great detailing up above. It's obviously electric powered in reality, but this is a Class 371. It's made by Skoda. Skoda, the famous munitions and vehicle maker in which was once part of Germany, but and actually the Austro-Hungarian Empire, but is now part of the Czech Republic. But I have wanted this loco for years, and I could never find the Pico version of it in the blue and white. I found a fairly expensive red one, red and gold, which they also make. This company, Acme, also makes the red and gold one. But just beautiful. In terms of vision, I'm quite happy with this. It is quite a looker as far as locomotives go. Unfortunately, you will not see this running around on my layout because it is two-rail and I have to send it off to get converted. And it comes with all kinds of goodies, but I'm quite happy with that. It comes with additional wheels for whether you want to run it with additional and the couplers, of course, can't forget it's got its couplers, and it comes with wheels to change for different types of ways you want it to run. If you want to use it with just pulling or with traction tires. That's the term I'm looking for, traction tires. And a whole bag full of all kinds of attachments to stick on, and unfortunately the booklet really doesn't show where a lot of them go on. They show maintenance and care, but it really doesn't tell you where all the little knickknacks go. So I'm really, well, yeah, where does that go? I don't know. So I'm going to have to find out later. But this is going to go off to somebody. I haven't decided whom yet, but this will go off to somebody and get converted to AC. So it'll be, at the rate things are going, it'll be a couple of months before I get that. So anyhow, whoops. That is my Czech 371, and I'm going to put that away more carefully later, but since I got the camera on. And then this came in on Monday. This was supposed to be here for last week's live stream, but it didn't arrive. What happened was I finally got a notification is the plane had a malfunction back in Germany, so they delayed the flight. And so instead of arriving Friday afternoon, it arrived Monday afternoon. But this is, obviously, it's in the block of ice, as we call it. But this is a Class 180, BR-181.2, second generation of the 181 locomotive. And this is a freighter. The Czech is a passenger car, obviously. So let me take this out of the block of ice, because I will be putting this on my layout, and you will see it running on the live stream. But I'm going to put it and have it running for today, because this is AC, so it's all good that way. I got to be careful here. I have not had this completely out of the block of ice. I have looked at it, but I have not taken it completely out of the block of ice yet. So let's look at it together. And got to make sure I've got my steady two hands here. So this is the class BR1812. You can see the numbers down there, 181, 215. Tells you it's class 181 and then generation 2. I saw this. It was available. There was another one, a class 152 I really liked, but by the time I decided, what the heck, I'm going to buy another freighter, the 152 had sold out. So I bought the 182. But this is heavy freight. This is a heavy freight locomotive. So it's designed for taking the big heavy loads for Deutsche Bahn logistics. And I might do a review in the long run. But both these locomotives are sound and function, so they are the better ones. Again, nice detailing, but this is a Pico expert class, so this is their higher level of locomotive. I find it interesting. On one side, it's just covered in, and then on the other side, there's windows there, so this must be a hallway where the driver can walk back and forth between the two cabs. But so that is this fellow. He's got a few attachments himself, which I tend to never put on because usually I've been told the attachments are for show. But he's got all kinds of directional lighting in that. So I'm going to take him over to my test track and programming track and set him up. All right, so I'm over here at the Central Station 3. I'll zoom out. You can see the full console. There it is. And this says it is MFX and DCC readable. So what we do is we click and take it off. And after a couple of seconds, it should start to read. And voila. So it is starting to read the decoder. It is reading that it's a BR1812. Fortunately, everything's in German. I'm going to have to go in and check the language setting. My board is in English, but the actions are coming up in German again. So voila. It is in there. And it is added right there. Okay, so now it's been moved over, and if I click on it to edit it, it is at address 25. I do not have anything on address 25, so I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to bother messing with it. So I'm going to click OK. I will change this picture because that picture is not quite accurate to what the locomotive is. That is a picture of actually a BR181 class 1 era 5 as opposed to the era 6 models. But I have it on here, and you can see it comes with a lot of functions, so that's quite nice. And let's run it through some of its paces. Okay. Alright, so let's try its F1 regular lights. Can we zoom in a little bit? Nope, that's about as zoomed in as I can get here. Sorry about that, guys. But we'll see if you can see the lights. There are the forward lights. How about some operating sound? Sounds good to me. The short horn. And front cab lights. I don't know if you saw that. I'll put my hand over that, but I'll turn it off and on again. Front cab lights, and then there are lights in the back. And then I don't know how well you can see that, but the lights in here came on.
Meine Damen und Herren,
Okay. And various operating sounds, door opening sounds. I won't go through all the sound functions. But now, one thing I want to do is let's check the change of directional lights. Okay, went the other direction. We're all good. And all 3 front headlights are working, so we're good. So, doesn't have much room to go, but we'll do just a quick one because I will run him in. There he goes. Away. I turn the lights off. I'll turn the lights back on. All right. All right, so he's operating in proper operating order, and he's already loaded in, so I'm quite happy with that. So if you want to know more or see more of this guy, tune in to my live stream on Friday, 3:30 Eastern Time USA. That is 8:30 evening in the UK, 9:30 in the evening, or 20:30, 21:30 over in Europe. And this guy will be running, and it'll be a first because I will have 2 freighters running for the first time ever. Okay, so that was a quick look at, not a lot, but a lot of money. Hopefully Joyce will start talking to me again soon. Yeah, it's been a good week for me in terms of getting some locomotives. Sadly, that gorgeous blue locomotive won't be running on my layout anytime soon. It has to be sent off and converted to AC. Fortunately, it shouldn't be a very difficult conversion because it's already set up digital. It's already got a nice chip in it. Just needs the ski added, or the shoe as we call it, and the wires redone. I just don't want to mess with it myself at this day and age. So until then, if you want to see more about this stuff and see a little bit more in the camera, the Class 181 will be running on my layout on Friday at my live stream, which is Fridays at 8:30 UK time, 9:30 Western Europe time, and 3:30 Eastern United States time, which means 12:30 Pacific Coast. So if you can, tune in and see the new locos and have a chat. So until then, Auf Wiedersehen and Tschüss, and happy trains.